All right. Hello, collective. Welcome back. I just wanted to give a special shout out to all of my returning subscribers. We're back at it again. And to my new subscribers, welcome to the family. I know that I've been kind of MIA for a little bit. I was celebrating, my birthday, and then ended up going out of town, and then I came home and I ended up getting the flu. So I've been really kind of down for the count. Um, but I'm here today because I have gotten a download that I just have not been able to shake. And then I was sitting here meditating on it, and I just wanted confirmation from spirit, because the vision that I got was, it was like somebody was taking a sample of something, like a swab of some sort, and putting it into an evidence bag. And I heard, as I was coming out of the vision, 24 hours. So I felt like it was really imperative that I share this message with it being 24 hours. So I sat here and I was like, okay, spirit, lead me to a deck so that I can get a little bit more clarification of what this is, because the download that I was getting was, it had something to do with possibly somebody finding out DNA, with it being a swab. So either this has happened in the last 24 hours, or this is going to be happening in the next 24 hours. But then I also channeled the song 24 Hours by Chris Brown. And that song is very sexual. It talks about somebody having only 24 hours with them. So it's giving one night stand. And so when I started kind of meditating on it, it was definitely giving me oh, somebody's karma may actually just be that they had 24 hours with somebody and they had a little bit too much fun, and they are going to find out that they have a child or something. So anyway, so I was led to a specific deck, and I just flat out asked, what was this download concerning? And the two cards that came out solidified what I was already getting, but it says affair and then child was the two cards that popped out. So it's giving me love child. So this is for someone, but within the next 24 hours, that there's going to be something found out, either about an affair that had happened that now is resulting in a child. But I'm also was getting the feeling this is making somebody very anxious, sick to their stomach. So I wanted to kind of pull on the energy and see, what was going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna dive deep. Let's use, let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and use this deck. I hope everybody is doing well. We did just have the full moon lunar eclipse. I don't know if you guys are feeling the energy, but it's definitely feeling people were trying things. Obviously the moon phases, they tend to be prime time for people who are coming up against you, to try to do work. But if you counteract that with, prayer and just staying cleansed and prayed up, usually it's not too much of an issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Archangel Michael, please protect me as I channel this message. Please protect my collective as they are receiving this message for their highest good and for whom may need to hear it at this time. Please allow me to clearly and collectively deliver this message to whom may need to hear it at this time. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angel, what is this energy? What do we need to know about this energy? So it has residual effects. So it's giving, it says lingering impacts or consequences that continue after the main event, subtle and long lasting. So this is just solidifying that somebody is going to be reaping their consequences to what they were doing in the bedroom, is what I'm hearing. Residual effects. It says lingering impacts or consequences. And with that, it's like, yeah, 18 years of residual consequences. And then we have lucky in love, promoted, and sinking feeling. So while this person, who I'm feeling like it was either like an ex, or this was somebody that, you weren't really like entertaining, but they were out there entertaining other energies and stuff, and they were thinking that they were getting lucky in love. And that's not the case. While you're out here getting promoted, having career upgrades, I'm also hearing just that you're reaching your true potential, climbing that ladder, and focusing on you. This person was focusing on how can they fill a void. And this may not be for everybody, but if you were in a relationship and this does have to do with an affair that was happening behind your back, we do have sinking feeling. It says bad hunch about someone proves true. A sense of dread or anxiety, worrisome realization. So there could be that you were already feeling that somebody might have been stepping out on the relationship, and in the next 24 hours you're going to that's going to be revealed to you, that this person possibly either fathered a child or is carrying a child, depending on who you are and what your situation is. And then we have upgrading. Yeah. And then, like I was saying, you're having an upgrade in your life and you're going to be promoted. This could also be that if this is an affair, it's like you're going to be doing better without them while they're sitting in their consequences. But you're not going to be allowing anybody to treat you less than you are and what you are, is what I'm hearing. This person's going to have to decide, are they going to like keep the child? Are they going to actually be involved? If this is somebody that you were in a relationship with and they stepped out on you and you left the relationship and you know that this already happened, if this part of the storyline is for you, ever since you left, you've been upgrading, and they feel that. Like, they know that their consequence is that they're going to be sitting in, they're going to be stressed out. They're going to be hitting financial snags because they're going to have to pay child support, things of that nature. And then we have financial freedom. You're gaining control over your finances, living comfortably without constant worry. We literally have promoted, upgrading, and financial freedom. This is what you are going towards. Financial freedom. You're going to have a step up in your career, in your finances, while this person is facing their consequences. And you're going to be able to live like very comfortably. Possibly this person, when you were with this person, they were bringing you down financially because it was like you were paying for everything. And then we have stolen spotlight, and then we have end of road. Yeah, so if this is somebody who you were in a relationship with, they were just trying to like use you for your light. That you were shining so bright that they wanted a piece of it, and like they knew that if they would stand next to you, that the light would shine on them as well. But yet they didn't leave their selfish ways, having affairs, having children that out of wedlock, out of just from an affair. Having an innocent child. When you choose to have a child with somebody and your intentions were just like, they weren't good when you went in, no pun intended, that child becomes like a karmic lesson. And that's something that they're going to have to face. Yeah. And for you, this relationship stops there. So that person's going to have to move forward with whoever they decided to lay down with. And they'll have to face the consequences of this child. Yeah, and then it says, love language discovered. Understanding how to express and receive love finds key to your heart, unlocking secret code. And you're, learning more about yourself. This is also giving me self-love. Like, you're learning to love yourself. Walking away, especially from something that's not serving you, is the best thing you can do for yourself, because you're showing yourself that I'm worthy of better. I'm worthy of a real love that I feel fulfilled in, not settling for anything. Tell me more. But this person that you left, they're not going to be lucky in love. They're going to be stuck in the consequences, in the bed that they have made. Okay, and then we have double standards, unfair expectations in relationships, hypocritical treatment. So, like, this person that you were in this relationship with, just, you weren't equally yoked. It wasn't a balanced situation to begin with. And I'm also hearing that, like, it needed to come to an end because you needed to learn how to love yourself first. You may have allowed certain things. Maybe you knew that this person was cheating, but then the final straw was that they had a child on you. And then we have shared ancestry. I'm also hearing that, like, you're also just, like, tapping in to who you are and where you come from at this time. Or maybe that's something that you need to do. That you need to discover your roots, where you're from, where your ancestry lies. Yeah, because then we have identity crisis, and then we have ghost in the machine. So maybe when you were with this person, you kind of lost yourself. And right now you're in a season of finding yourself, finding, more about where you come from, your lineage. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe that's what your spirit guides are guiding you, because you're kind of sitting in this, I don't know who I am, but I really want to know type of energy. Or maybe this is what you were having when you were with this person. This person made you feel unsure of yourself. And then we have Ghost in the Machine. It says technology fails at the worst possible times. This is giving me, like, Mercury retrograde. Just know that, like, if you are feeling any type of setbacks or anything like that, it possibly is the energy that Mercury retrograde carries. But after Mercury retrograde, I'm seeing that you're going to have a time of promotions, upgrades. As long as you take this time to really go within. It's giving me, I'm seeing the Hermit card in my mind's eye right now. Maybe this failed relationship, it was meant to open your eyes. And this person's eyes as well. Like, you can't just be out here for the streets all the time and then think that, like, you're not gonna reap consequences. Let's see, what else? What's the tea, Spirit? What's the tea? What's going on? Tell me more. We have dirt digging and unfazed. So this person that you walked away from is starting to, like, look for evidence on you of maybe you having an affair. But you're unfazed by this. Ooh, that was a lot, but we're going to take it. We have bad reputation, rejected, creeping, creativity, and queen rising. So this person is looking dirt on you because they're trying to ruin your reputation. Maybe they're saying that you had an affair and that you have a child on the way. That could be something that's happening. All because you rejected them. They want you to be seen as this person with a bad reputation because you rejected them, but you're sitting here in this like unfazed, minding your business. And them trying to dig for dirt. I'm also hearing like they're paying people to try to stalk you on your socials to see what you're up to, because you rejected them. That's where like they have people creeping on your socials, following you. And then we have creativity steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. So this person is whoever is creeping on you sees that you're super creative and that you have a lot of really good ideas and that you're in this queen rising energy, and they want to I'm here like destiny swap or copy whatever you have going on, but you can't copy something that's been given to you from the Most High. Okay. Tell me more. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, and then we have dust it off. So your spirit guides are just asking you to dust it off at this time. That these people that are hating on you, that are trying to create false narratives, that's exactly what it is. Just dust it off, continue to be in this unfazed energy, because those who are trying to paint you as having a bad reputation, yeah, happiness hater, they're just hating on your success. I'm also hearing like they hate that you're doing better without them. They want to paint you as having a bad reputation so bad, all because you rejected their advances. You decided to choose yourself. You realized what they were. You weren't going to sit around and reap the consequences of somebody else's behaviors. With this child and this affair energy coming out, it's like they either want to paint you in a bad light, like this is what happened, that's why the relationship ended, they rejected you, but really this is their projection. They went out and had a relationship with someone else and possibly had a love child. This could also be, I'm seeing it another way, that they're just being childish. They didn't take your relationship serious. They decided that they were going to step out of the relationship, right, and act childish. And then because you rejected them, they want people to see you as this person who doesn't mean well for anybody. But when people are looking, they don't see this. They see that you're just rising up and that you're stepping into your power. You could be someone who's in the spotlight at this time. But this person is just a happiness hater. They hate that you're doing just fine without them. Yeah, and they're hooked on your energy. Because you've blocked this person, they don't have access to you, either energetically or even physically, mentally, emotionally. It's like they're obsessed with trying to get it back to feeling your energy. And then we have wolves in sheep clothing. So just be aware of anybody new coming in. There could be a wolves in sheep's clothing. Tell me more. Yeah, karmic friends. So someone could be coming in acting like they want to be your friend, but this is really just another ploy to connect karmic ties to you. Because I'm hearing that like there was a karmic cycle that has already ended, and now they have to start using people, some that may be close to you, to get to you. And these people are going to be wolves in sheep's clothing, karmic friends, people that you can't trust. Just really be on your discernment at this time, because whoever you have already rejected, with this full moon, if you made a decision, especially with it being an eclipse, if you've made the decision to cut certain people out, they're gonna be sending in new people to try and get to you, because you're sitting in this unfazed energy. Tell me more. Yeah, and you're moving on. So whoever you've detached from, it was meant to, because it's time. You know, you've learned what you need to learn from this person, whether it is a family, business, friend, lover, like an ex, someone that you gave a chance to. If you cut it off and you are okay with where you're going, don't let anybody come back in and try to like convince you, oh, you shouldn't have rejected this person. It's because they want you to look like you have this bad reputation when really you made the best decision for yourself. Anything else? Yeah, running. And see, it's like they want to paint you like you're running away from the relationship, or you were the one running away from this connection, when that wasn't the case. You made the decision that this person was bringing you down, so you are moving on. Yeah. And then it says hustling, making it rain, focused on money, getting it. And like you're just in this, you know, you're just in this stage of life right now that you're just hustling. You want to make sure your life is set on a firm foundation, and that's what they don't want from you. They want you to be connected to karmic people, more karmics. They want you to fall for the wolf in sheep's clothing. Just keep moving forward. This person who was being childish, possibly somebody who you were having an affair with, put it where it goes. Is if you were somebody who stepped out on a relationship, and because I said it, everything matters in a reading, you have to deal with those consequences. But at the same time, like, maybe you need this time to look into maybe why you did, you stepped out. Or if this is somebody who did this to you, obviously they weren't thinking about you. They were being childish. So at this time, you just need to, I'm hearing, take the time to be by yourself. Don't jump into any new relationships, because it's like, that's what they want for you. They want you to be rash. They want you to do things that you wouldn't normally do. If you feel like you need to be by yourself right now, then that's what you need to do. You need to listen. Listen to what your ancestors, your spirit guides are telling you. I'm also hearing that, like, right now is just a time where you just need to find yourself again. It's time to heal. It's time to look at how you've been in relationships. Look at what you've tolerated. And when going forward, once you heal yourself and you can make better decisions of who you're giving your heart to in the future. This really is a time of hermit, is really what I'm hearing. Anything else, Spirit? Do we have anything else that my collective needs to know at this time? Anything else that my collective needs to know at this time? We have shifting focus. And this is exactly what I was just saying. It says, refocus energy toward what matters. And it says, your success lies in your ability to focus. Redirect your attention from distractions. Laser-like focus will accelerate your progress and it will bring your goals within reach faster than you expect. So again, at this time, I feel like your spirit guides are asking you to really just focus on yourself and not what's going on with any exes, any people that you've disconnected with already. That right now is just not the time for that. Ooh. And then we have mirror of falsehood. It says, reflect their lies back at them. Their deceptions will unravel. So whoever is coming up against you, who wants to paint this narrative that you're this and you're that, their lies will unravel. Because people are seeing you in the light of somebody who is focusing on themselves. Their lies are just going to fall flat, is what I'm hearing. And then we have infinite flow, open to the river of abundance. Be open to receiving. As you release resistance, your flow of blessings will increase without limitation. So really at this time, while you're focusing on yourself, It's a time to call in your blessings, to call in what is yours. You know, when you're by yourself, you don't have to worry about sharing any of those blessings with anybody. And then we have celestial alignment, which is so crazy because we just had a, like, where planets were perfectly in alignment. We had the full moon, the lunar eclipse, all of that happened. And then, so this is spirit and the universe telling you, like, the universe supports your every move. So if you, like I said, if you decided to release during this last full moon, it is exactly where you were supposed to be. You could be seeing 333, you could be seeing 444, 1234. You are in complete alignment for your assignment. And you just need to keep listening to the direction that you are receiving. It says the stars have aligned to bring you success. Trust in the flow of events and know that you're exactly where you need to be. Don't, if you were doubting, you know, leaving a relationship, leaving a job, leaving a friendship, this is your confirmation that you did what you were supposed to do and you listened to the advice you were receiving. And then it says curse charm. It says nullify their luck, block their fortunate opportunities. So at this time, I don't know why I'm hearing, like, don't accept gifts from anybody that you're not, like, that you are not cool with at this time. Like, if somebody that you broke up with or that you left a friendship, you know, they want to come and give you something, they want a peace offering, don't take it. It could be cursed. It's time for you to stay grounded and trust that the universe is working to redirect your luck. So just remember that at this time, that if you feel like you're facing a lot of bad luck or, oh, woe is me, that's not the case. You're being redirected at this time. And then we have cosmic expansion. It says expand your influence. Your impact is growing beyond expectations. As you expand your reach, trust that your influence is growing in positive and powerful ways. Every effort you make ripples out, reaching those who need it most. So if you're somebody who has a platform, just know that, like, there's a reason why you may need to be by yourself at this time. There may have been people that you had in your energy that were stifling that were keeping you from reaching your highest potential, and it was stalling out where you need to be. So if you've answered the call, you share in your platform, that's what you need to keep putting your energy into at this time. Because it's like your influence is expanding, and if you keep giving your energy away to people who don't deserve it, it stalls what the divine is trying to give you. You know, your purpose here is bigger than possibly a romantic relationship or being super close in a friends group. So you just have to know at this time, like, you're not down on your luck. You're exactly where you need to be, and spirit is telling you telling you that right now. It's your confirmation. So yeah, look. And then it says veins of deprivation. It's like they were draining you. It's like their efforts will feel like they're draining your energy and support. And so you just need to know that, like, if you don't allow them to feed off of you, that they will be deprived of it. And that's probably why you were guided to walk away from certain people, places, and things. So just remember that at this time. That's why you may have had to leave certain things behind. So let's see. What else? Let's go ahead and pull out the tarot. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, tell me more about what's going on. Tell me more. We have imbalance. Yeah, we have the Temperance in reverse. This is what they want for you. They want you to be imbalanced. They want you to be overindulging and putting your energy into things and that aren't giving back. So that it could stop you on your path. Look, but because you walked away and closed this cycle, that's not going to happen. We have the Eight of Cups to the World card. This cycle is completed. You know, you're walking away from things that are causing imbalances in your life. You know, and at this point, it's like, you know that you need to be aligned with your highest timeline, and certain people, places, and things can't come with you. And when you walked away from the things that were making you imbalanced, it closed this cycle out, which is why they're going to try to send certain people in to try to reattach cords to pull you back down. I'm seeing in my mind's eye like the marionette, like, you know, like they try to connect you like a puppet. You know, they make you do certain things and move certain ways so that it could keep you off the path of your abundance to reach those goals. But you deserve success. Yeah. And you've been working hard at what you've already put in work into what you're creating for yourself. And they just want to knock you off your pedestal, or said pedestal. You probably don't even hold yourself above anybody else. It's just, you know that you have a mission here, and you know that the distractions that keep getting sent your way are keeping you in balance. So you walk away from those certain things. It's not selfish when you are taking care of your own needs. It's not selfish when you choose yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. But this has them in grief. Possibly because you didn't fall for the trickery. They're in regret that, like, or they want you to be in regret for walking away is also how I can see this. But someone's in grief loss. Someone is in the Five of Cups energy. Because you don't stop working. Because you're still moving forward. Creating opportunities for yourself. And God is standing right next to you. Guiding you. You have communication coming in soon. But this is also giving me like rapid change, because you walked away from these things that were making you feel imbalanced and all up in your head. Also, like, they wanted these people that were in your life that you recognized weren't for your highest good. They wanted you to go down the path that they were going down by overindulging in certain things, going back to your old habits with addictions. But you realized that you clocked it and you're like, but you know what? I need to be with somebody or be around people that have the same goals that I do. So when you walked away and you closed this cycle, you're putting work into yourself, but it has these people in grief because it's like they couldn't stop you. They couldn't stop these opportunities from coming towards you. They couldn't stop your connection with the Most High. And you have rapid change coming because you walked away and you closed this cycle. Has this person or people in loss because it's like they didn't gain anything from trying to stop you from going down the path that God ordained for you. Look, and then we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, because you're expanding. You're going to be going somewhere new. I'm seeing travel. Look, and then we have the Three of Swords in reverse, and we have the Strength card. They didn't think that you would get back up from this. They didn't think that you had it what it took to recognize that being by yourself is healing certain things, codependency issues, feeling like you need someone. All you need is the Most High. Your strength comes from the Most High. And they didn't think that you could be healing and by yourself because they're codependent. Just because they are doesn't mean you have to be. Tell me more. Yeah, and then we have the moon card. Yeah, because it was all an illusion that they painted. That you needed somebody. No. We only people we need is ourselves and the Most High. The strength comes from every trial and tribulation that you overcome by yourself. The more strength that you have, the more it's like the more things that you're healing within, it's like they can't attack you. And that's what has them like feeling disappointed because they're not gaining anything by continuously attacking you. But it's like they also want to stop your connection with the Most High because then maybe your strength will be low. Yeah. But their days of putting you in despair or questioning your faith, your strength, all of that's come to an end because you closed the cycle. When you walked away, you closed the cycle. You put an ending to this. And now your rebirth is here. But this has them all up in their head because they're sitting in their consequences for coming after you, from being childish, from, messing up the relationship you might have had, having children with other people. That's all stuff that they're going to have to sit in while you transform. This is an end of the cycle. Look, we have Page of Wands. Because they were just coming in with page energy. Lustful energy. That's all that this person could offer anybody. That's why they were out here entertaining other people's energy in a lustful manner. Because that's all that they have to offer. Look, and then we have Justice for the Queen of Cups. Because while you were out here living unconditionally, loving, compassionate, you do things from the heart space, and they were coming with Page of Wand energy. The justice is that this cycle is closed. That this person can't come and attach cords to your sacral energy. They can't use you as their battery pack anymore. Because when they were getting in the bed with you, they were able to use your energy for creativity. That came out in the other deck. Like it's like they wanted to pretend that as they're taking your energy from you, that they good things were happening in their life. When you put a stop to that, so did everything that they were gaining. So just remember that. And then we have the Empress. See, we have the Queen of Cups to the Empress. Because you are sitting on that throne, you know exactly who you are. You know exactly what your worth is. You don't chase, you attract. But what is different between you and other Empresses is that your heart is pure, even after it has been tried to be tainted. This Empress energy is what you're sitting in, and they didn't want that for you, because not only are you sitting here with the strength that was built with the swords put in your back and in your heart, they didn't think you would recover from this. They didn't think that you would still stay in that Queen of Cups energy after everything they did. They thought, oh, I'm gonna get them one last time. I'm gonna show that I'm gonna have a child with whoever I went and had an affair with. But that didn't break your heart. It just showed you the illusion that they were painting of who they were in your life. It broke the illusion. It put an end to that cycle. So really, they weren't doing anything but hurting themselves. Because now they have to sit with those consequences. Yeah, being sneaky, trying to take things from you, trying to betray you so that you stay in this energy. But you're recovering from it. You've already forgiven yourself from allowing certain people, you know, more than chances than they probably deserved to hurt you. But what they didn't realize is that every time that they stabbed you in the back, every time that they stabbed you in the heart, you were just building more strength. Strength to walk away. And you have a new beginning. While they are sitting in the Five of Cups energy. Grief. Loss. Oh, I feel abandoned and unloved. No, you don't even know what love is. Take a look in the mirror. Yeah, sitting in the memories of you with the Six of Cups energy. Tell me more. Yeah, but because you surrendered and you let it go, you will be able to receive the fairness with the Six of Pentacles that you deserve. You know, you've been out here beyond generous with your time, with your energy. It's time for it to be made fair. And because you had a change of perspective of like, well, no, I deserve better. And sometimes it's not people who give that to you, it's yourself. You give yourself better. Better love, better attention. Nobody can love you the way that you can love yourself because you know you. And when you surrender and you go within, and you give yourself time to learn about yourself, then when it's time that your divine partner comes in, you'll be ready to receive. Tell me more. Is there anything else you need my collective to know at this time? Yeah. At this time, I'm hearing just like be greedy with your time. Because people want to have control over you. And you're the only person who should have control over yourself. Yeah. But, you know, be driven to succeed in your own lane is what I'm hearing. Don't be afraid to charge forward, but stay in your lane because there's nobody in that lane. It's your lane. You know, you may need to change your lifestyle because you have this rapid change coming in. Just be aware of that. That right now we're in a big time of change. Yeah. Because your rebirth is here. Judgment has already been called on everybody and everything that has come up against you. The strength that you have built up till now is what's going to keep you pushing forward. Stay in that pure of heart energy. Know that you know, you're abundant just being you. And I'm really hearing like protect your sacral energy at this time. So that could mean, you know, not getting into the bed with anybody. Because it's like you've already given so much of yourself away to people who didn't deserve it. It's time to kind of be stingy with your energy at this time. Anything else? And then we have Page of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're going to have new ideas, new opportunities. You're going to be manifesting. So it's just at this time, like everything is kind of at the beginning stages. So you really just need to like let it bloom is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and then look, Hermit. We have the Hermit card at the bottom of the deck. This was what I saw in my mind's eye, and for being at the bottom of the deck right now, it's really just it solidifies that like right now it's a time for introspection, for you to go within and to just build on your independence. Make sure that you keep your boundaries up, because especially with it being Mercury retrograde, we're gonna have people spinning that block, especially if you decided to cut ties with people, places, or things. They're gonna try to come back around. So just remember that. Let me see how much time. Okay, we have 44. Could be seeing that number, 44. Just remember that you are loved and you are deserving of love. Let's see. I really just feel like with this release of the moon and everything, I think it's just, it really is time to sit down and make sure that, that you're doing for yourself. So let's go ahead and let's see, use this deck, and then we'll see what else is going on. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. What else we got going on? What does my collective need to know at this time? Ooh. We have, oh Lord. Well, there's a lot of energy in this deck. So we have the letter Y that popped out. And when it popped out, I heard, but why? So somebody's like questioning why at this time. Like, why do you get to move forward? Why is this happening to them? Is what I'm hearing. And then we have eating disorder. So somebody could be sending you energy at this time for you to either eat too much or not enough, to indulge in certain foods, like fast food. So just be aware of that. What I did mention, like with the moon energy, that this could be something that they're trying to send towards you. We have Capricorn that popped out. It's also, I heard like the devil. So this could be one of the chords that they're trying, like the, like the 7 deadly sins. We have gluttony. That's what it's really kind of giving me is that it's like that's what they're trying to send towards your way. They're trying to attach the spirit of gluttony to you. Or this could be a Capricorn that's doing this, or you could be a Capricorn. Place it where it needs to go. And then we have Pisces. So you could be a Pisces. They could be a Pisces. We also have spiritual awakening. So you could be having a spiritual awakening at this time. And maybe that's why your power of discernment needs to be like on point. Because it's like you're going through an upgrade right now and you're having a spiritual awakening, and that's what they're trying to prevent is for you to complete this cycle of this upgrade that's supposed to be occurring in your life. And we have 999. You could be seeing this number. It says, let it go. That chapter is done. Release it so something better can step in. This is really definitely giving me the energy of what I was already was getting, was that like it's time to let things go. We're in that period of release right now, especially with the Mercury retrograde. It's time for you to release so that something better can step in. And then we have Aries. You could be an Aries. This could be an Aries that's involved. Any of these signs that are coming out could be your signs, or it could be signs of those that you have walked away from, an ex, a friend. So just place it where it needs to go. And then we have 711. You could be also seeing this number. It says big clarity drop. You're about to understand something that changes everything. Pay attention. So your angels want you to pay attention at this time. If you're seeing this number, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to what you're hearing, what you're seeing right after you see this number. Because that could be a way that your ancestors are trying to speak to you. It's like they'll send you an angel number, and then the clarity will drop. All right. And then we have waning gibbous. the waning gibbous is the release and reflect phase after the full moon peak. So, and I'm pretty sure we're in that phase right now, waning gibbous. So, and this is a time where it says, let it go, babe. The full moons showed you your truth. Now it's time to release the nonsense and move smarter. If this doesn't solidify everything that I was just saying, we are in a time of release, because once this, like, the year of the horse, grabs on, it is gonna go full force. So you need to release everything and anything that no longer serves you at this time, because it can't come with you. We have 888 overflow. This is giving me that abundance. You could be seeing 888. Coins, opportunities, abundance. Everything is multiplying, period. So you releasing what you need to release right now is going to move you into a time of abundance. And you need to understand that everything had to happen that way in divine timing so that this abundance could come through. Because if you were attached to certain people, places, and things, when this abundance came in, then it was going to, you'd be giving it away. So that's why it's like, you just need to pay attention at this time. We have Cancer. This is also like, it says like the moon child. So work with the moon phases at this time, especially with the waning gibbous coming out, which like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm filming this on Wednesday. I believe it's the 4th of March. So I'm pretty sure that we are in the waning gibbous stage. So this is current moment. This is current time. That's really what I'm feeling. This message is happening now. So we had Cancer that came out. This could be your sign or their sign. And then we have abandonment issues. So this could be something that, like, they're facing, is that because you walked away, they're feeling abandoned. So don't be surprised if this person that you walked away from ends up getting salty. It's because they're like little child on the inside. It like triggered something from a child, like a childhood wound that they were unaware of. So just be aware of that. And then we have moving out of state. This person could be moving out of state. This could be something that you're going to be led to do. And then we have psychic attack. Yeah, so I was already feeling this, that they could be sending you energy, or that they were doing this during the full moon. With it also being an eclipse season, it's like, if you made the decision to cut stuff off, this just sent the psychic attacks right back to them. So just be aware of that. If you are feeling any type of psychic attacks, if you feel like, you're facing certain things inside your dreams, or certain, like, you just know that it's not anything else, it's a psychic attack, spiritual warfare, then you need to cleanse. And then we have the letter Q that came out. So somebody could be questioning you, is really kind of like they're questioning you at this time, or questioning why, is what I'm hearing. And then we have 311. It says aligned creativity. Your ideas are divinely sent. Use them. They're meant to take you somewhere. So yeah, at this time, like, you are especially if you're in that Empress energy, you're in a time of creativity where it just kind of flows from you, and they want to send energy towards you so that it stalls whatever you may be creating. So just remember that at this time, that there are people out here that see that you're going through a spiritual awakening, and they want to cause you headaches and stuff like that, so that you may think that you're dealing with something else, and that's not the case. Ooh, that was a lot of energy. But look, you learned the lesson. And these people who are coming at you, they're just going to receive bad karma. for doing so. Because you learned the lesson, because you learned to stand up for yourself, because you learned that at this time you're being called for something bigger than you, than anyone else that's in your circle, and you're answering that call. Because you've learned the lessons of also to not settle for less, or for what for what you deserve. Yeah, and then I had to get up and get the card, and then we have Scorpio that flew out with this, and I feel like it's giving me revenge. These people, if you're not a Scorpio, if they're not a Scorpio, this could also just be the energy of revenge. And they're going to receive bad karma for trying to come up against you. If they continue going after you, because you've learned the lesson and you listened to the Most High and you moved out the way and you're focusing on yourself, that is why they will receive bad karma for the things that they have done, and for these psychic attacks that they're sending your way. They are going to receive bad karma for attacking you, for the psychic attacks, for sending you the energy of gluttony with this eating disorder energy. Because you have let it go. We have 999, 888, and now we have 666, which says fix your vibe. You're overthinking, recenter, refocus, and recalibrate. You did this. And if you are seeing 666, this is your sign that this is exactly what they want for you. They want you to refocus. But because you did that, because I know that we're all on different timelines, but if you have, left what didn't serve you, you listen to your intuition, you're going through a spiritual awakening, you're standing in your power. That's why these people are going to continue to keep attacking you. I have drink more water at the bottom of the deck. So you need to drink more water at this time. They're going to get bad karma for continuing to come after you, because you're learning the lessons. You're not sitting in the karmic cycles. And that's why it's like, if they keep coming after you, they're just racking up the karma that's going to hit. And this isn't the year to be doing that. I have April. Could be a Taurus or an Aries. Or maybe they were attacking you in April. And because you learned the lesson, or you walked away from this person in April. This could also be that, something about April is significant. Yeah, and then look, we have waxing gibbous. So between the waning gibbous moon right now and the waxing gibbous, which is, it's before the new moon. So these are almost like opposites. So between now and the new moon, this is what you're being asked to work on, is yourself. Because you are having a spiritual awakening, you need to focus on that. And then it says, keep going. You're closer than you think. So if you start feeling, if this Mercury retrograde is heavy, because it is a Pisces, it's in the Pisces sign, Mercury retrograde, it's going to be very emotional. But I feel like that's important so that you can purge your feelings, your emotions, so that the enlightenment can come in, and you can push forward with an even stronger sense of intuition and strength. So just know that the waxing gibbous, which is going to be right before the next full moon, this moon encourages refinement, adjustments, and fine-tuning your plans before the full moon. So if you are, feeling like you didn't release what you felt you need to release, you're being given time, but don't put it off for too long. because that motivation will happen right before the full moon, and it's to make the decisions you need to, but you have to listen to that. So that's what you need to know at this time. So let's go ahead and leave off with with some advice. What advice cards do we want? Let's do the message from the universe. All right. Spirit. I just heard the song, the Spirit lead me where there is no borders. What advice do we have for the collective to leave off this message? A closing out message. It says, what is meant for you won't pass you by. You will never have to force something that is truly meant to be. Trust in the perfection of divine timing and allow your life to unfold as it should. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever goes, let it go. This really does sum up what Spirit is trying to, really push right now, is that during this time of release, it is time to ground yourself in the knowing of what is meant for you will not pass you by. And in order to make room for what is for you, you have to release what isn't. It's time to let go any insecurities, let go the thought of what could be, and make sure that you are standing strong in your worth. Spirit has your back. We have, no matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out. That long road has a purpose. Everything that you have been through is for a higher purpose. Every trial, every tribulation is for your testimony. You won't be tested to fail. You are being tested to build the strength for tomorrow, so that when the next test comes, you know you've already made it past your worst days. Your strength relies on you learning the lessons. You just need to keep going and have faith. The Most High is with you. Your ancestors are with you. Your spirit guides are guiding you. And you are loved. And you are deserving of the love that you know you're worthy of. Don't forget it. You have a purpose here, and you're needed. I hope this enlightened you, helped you on finding out maybe what was going on behind the scenes of anything. But you were loved. I am grateful for every single one of you guys, and I'll be back on here soon. Have a good night.